I represent a company called Amasampo, which is an online. My suggestion is for next year or for future events like this is to have investor pre-screening for people who are directly want to invest in Africa, so that we don't go around looking at other people and talking to them, and then at the end of the day they say they're not interested. So something which pre-screens them, some organization pre-screens them and says, okay guys, this is the African investment section, and you take it from there.
So you want a better categorization of startups from Africa?
Exactly, better categorization of the investors that want to invest in Africa.
Thank you very much. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
My name is John Kingsley, so I'm the CEO and the owner of Eco Facility Service in Finland. Basically, my expectation regarding, to actually identify key investors in Africa, whether they are in Europe, in Africa, wherever they are, and then actually setting up a platform, bringing these investors, and then at the same time the startups or the young entrepreneurs who are actually interested in doing businesses in Africa, or who are those exactly
to match make the founders and start.
I'm a co-founder of UX, Mozambique and ICT for the startup, and really I think that to get our own local investors to support our startups and to have this vision that startups are an attractive market, because coming from foreign markets where investors don't really know our markets, it's like the unknown. They don't have the confidence to go into those markets unless they can see that other investors have already invested in these businesses, right?
In a nutshell, you think there should be local investors from Africa taking up startups in Africa.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
We need to build a network in Africa first, so that we can bridge this gap.
Thank you very much for coming to Business Africa and Helsinki Meet Up.
I'm Finn, but I live in Kenya, in Nairobi, and we actually bring small investors money to Kenya to start investment opportunities that will create jobs. And the biggest hurdle in bringing investments to Africa is basically the ignorance. People don't know what the opportunities are there. People think about Africa mainly as a place for civil wars, diseases, and wild animals that eat people. The biggest hurdle is to tell the story that Africa is really just like any other normal place. There are challenges, but then if you look around in Europe now, Ukraine has a civil war going on, so that's nothing different from some African countries. So in that sense, I think the most important thing is to keep telling the story of the success stories in Africa and telling that it's just the normal place that is really coming up and growing fast.
Thank you very much.
For African countries, we should first of all try to build up the ecosystem of supporting now this entrepreneurship investment and everything, because without the environment, it will not really be much of a progressive effort, since all these investments that have been foreign investment that are trying to help local companies or local solutions being addressed. I think they all have a problem with one thing, and that is sometimes even the local environment does not support to this investment to be conducive.
So in a nutshell, they should build up the ecosystem.
Yeah, in a nutshell, I think we should build up the ecosystem by first of all taking these local ideas, publishing it, making sure they are really viable for international market. They could be competitive. They could be exported. And if we have an idea that could be scalable, I think, or a product that is scalable to international markets, even foreign investments won't be a problem. So
thank you very much for coming to VC4AFRICA and Helsinki Meet Up.
Yes.
This is one of the participants of the VC4AFRICA Helsinki Meet Up, and she'll be telling us what she thinks, in her opinion, the actions that can be taken to increase investment in Africa.
Okay, hi. So my name is Sarah Lara, and I'm on the team for Think Africa. I've lived in Finland for close to 8 years, and that's quite an interesting question, to be honest. Before I dig into that, I'd probably like to talk about when I started working as a project coordinator and promoting trade from Finland to Africa. Over the years, things have changed. Back then, it was promoting trade, connecting people, sort of promoting trade and connecting company A from Finland to company B, B2B. But when it comes to increasing investment, I think it sort of boils down to Africa itself determining what are the investment sectors that it has, what are the sectors or industries that can generate investment, and then packaging these sectors in a way that it would attract more investors from within Africa or European partners or wherever that would be, if it's Asian partners as well.
Hi all, I'm Riku Akala, running my own company called Senentry Ltd in Senegalese market. And I feel that what should be done to increase the impact investments to African affairs is, from the Finnish perspective, we need two things. I think we need, with the Finns, we need more sort of experiences with the Africans and really the good stories. Unfortunately now in the Finnish media, Africa is dealt with too much negativity, and the perception the Finns have, it's outdated from the last millennium basically. And at the same time, I think what Think Africa is doing is great in Finland, as we're now bridging different actions and bringing people together. So I think those are the success stories where the Finns and the Africans are doing something together and making good investments in Africa. Those are the best stories to share. So that's all.
Thank you.